Top 6 potent nutrients to halt the sinister decline of leg strength in seniors. As we traverse the shadows of aging, our minds often fixate on safeguarding the heart, brain, and bones, silent sentinels of our well-being. But what of our legs? Those unseen anchors, our silent allies, carry us through decades of footsteps, yet they are often overlooked until darkness descends, in the form of pain or weakness demanding notice. For the elderly, healthy legs are more than mere comfort. They're the fragile thread holding independence, balance, and a flicker of life itself. Hidden threats lurk beneath the surface: muscle wasting, sarcopenia, weakening the very foundations beneath our feet, making each step heavier, more treacherous. Stiff joints, rotting cartilage, and relentless inflammation conspire to diminish mobility, increasing the peril of falls into the abyss. Impaired circulation and nerve decay can lead to numbness, wounds that refuse to heal, and deadly complications stalking those with diabetes. But amidst the darkness, there is a whisper of hope: nutrition, a weapon capable of defending and resurrecting leg health from the clutches of decay. While many focus on vitamins and minerals, calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, equally formidable non-vitamin, non-mineral compounds lie in wait, ready to fortify the fragile structure of our legs, ensuring they remain steadfast sentinels rather than fading shadows. Before we delve deeper, tell me, where are you joining from in this bleak landscape? Drop a comment below and pose any questions lurking in your mind. And don't forget to subscribe for more ominous truths about aging gracefully. Remember, your legs, those silent shadows, depend on your vigilance. First, let's examine protein, the cornerstone of strength that, with age, shows the earliest signs of decay. The darkness creeps closer with each weakening step. As age creeps forward, the once effortless ascent of stairs becomes a daunting challenge. Walking long distances drains your strength like a fading ember, and merely rising from a chair demands more effort than it should. These subtle, creeping changes are the first whispers of sarcopenia, an insidious decay of muscle mass and power that lurks behind the aging process, threatening up to a third of those over 60. Is this somber decline an unavoidable fate, or does darkness conceal a way to fight back? Can a single nutrient wield the power to preserve our failing strength, to rekindle vitality in aging legs? The answer lies in the shadows. Yes, that nutrient is protein. Protein is not merely for muscle-bound giants or athletes. For elders, it holds the key to a quiet, relentless battle for survival. Our muscles, frail remnants of what once were, are composed of protein, and as time steals their resilience, our bodies become less able to utilize it for repair and renewal. This ominous phenomenon, known as anabolic resistance, demands ever-increasing amounts of high-quality protein just to spark the same muscle-building response that once came effortlessly. Here, protein reveals its true power, a vital source of the raw materials necessary to sustain lean muscle, the foundation of leg strength, balance, and mobility. Even more disturbing is the role of leucine, a potent amino acid acting as a biological switch in the darkness. Found abundantly in dairy, eggs, and lean meats, leucine activates a sinister pathway called mTOR, a signal that awakens muscle growth, or perhaps keeps it from slipping into oblivion. Without this vital trigger, even a meal rich in protein may falter in defending our aging legs from the silent, relentless decay threatening to consume them. What if neglecting your body's needs allows the lurking threat of decline to take hold? The deterioration may creep in slowly, insidiously, but its impact is devastating: trembling legs that can't bear your weight, a terrifying risk of falls in the dark, keys slipping from trembling fingers, lost mobility as strength fades away, injuries that heal too slowly, and the haunting prospect of losing independence forever. Even if your calories seem adequate, a silent enemy lurks: lack of protein, breaking down muscle tissue in the shadows, not regenerating but succumbing to fatigue, eroding your very foundation. Yet, this threat can be confronted. Emerging research warns that older adults must consume more than ever, around 1.2 to 115 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, and spread it throughout each day to combat the creeping grip of anabolic resistance. Instead of saving protein for dinner, feed your legs at every meal, especially during breakfast and lunch when most seniors falter. The sources matter. Powerful, high-leucine proteins like whey, eggs, fish, chicken, and Greek yogurt are especially potent, while plant-based options such as tofu, lentils, and quinoa can also serve as allies when correctly combined. For those whose appetite wanes or whose jaws weaken, Protein shakes and powders become vital, concentrated elixirs of survival. And then there's omega-3. Most recoil when they hear fat, not realizing it's the whisper of healing and strength, a shield against the encroaching darkness. To prevent your body from surrendering to shadows, heed these warnings, take action before it's too late. The danger is real, but it can be fought. With awareness and vigilance, you stand a chance. Do not ignore these signs. The darkness waits for the unprepared. They try to find ways to ignore the pain. But what if one particular kind of fat could do more than just that? What if it had the power to soothe aching joints, improve blood flow to weary legs, and even protect the fragile nerves that make every step possible? This is what omega-3 fatty acids are known for, and their significance feels all the more profound as time passes. For many older adults, leg pain, stiffness, and swelling become unwelcome companions, often rooted in low-grade chronic inflammation that silently wears them down. Whether it's arthritis in the knees, aching calves, or sore ankles, inflammation becomes an invisible adversary, undermining mobility and diminishing quality of life. Here is where omega-3s offer a glimmer of hope, not as a quick remedy, but as a gentle, enduring ally in fighting inflammation. Unlike over-the-counter drugs that merely mask pain temporarily, omega-3 fatty acids work from within, softly modulating the body's inflammatory response at the cellular level. EPA and DHA, the most active forms of omega-3s found in fish oil, influence the creation of signaling molecules called isosanoids and resolvins, compounds that help resolve inflammation rather than perpetuate it. The impact is subtle, yet meaningful. Joints that move more easily, less swelling, fewer stiff moments, and legs that carry less of the weight of persistent discomfort. But the bittersweet truth is that omega-3's benefits extend beyond inflammation, as circulation to the lower limbs naturally diminishes, leaving many feeling increasingly trapped in their own bodies, longing for relief. The tiny capillaries that supply oxygen and nutrients to our legs and feet gradually become less effective, leaving many of us vulnerable to cold feet, cramps, sluggish wound healing, and even more severe complications in those with diabetes or peripheral artery disease. Omega-3s offer some hope by supporting the health of the inner lining of blood vessels, known as the endothelium. They promote vasodilation, helping blood to flow more freely and reducing the risk of clot formation, so more oxygen and nourishment can reach the muscles, nerves, and skin of the lower limbs. But as circulation wanes, it's a quiet decline that can lead to discomfort, weakness, and quiet fears, especially for those aging with chronic conditions. Evidence suggests omega-3s may also help safeguard nerve health, potentially easing the tingling, burning, or numbness often felt in the legs. Symptoms of peripheral neuropathy by reducing oxidative damage and encouraging nerve regeneration. This may help preserve sensation and lessen pain, a small but vital comfort for those at risk of unnoticed injuries or infections. These struggles become even more poignant for older adults with diabetes or vascular issues, where the loss of sensation can cast shadows of danger and despair. Good sources of this vital fat include cold water fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies, rich in EPA and DHA. For individuals who don't consume fish regularly, purified fish oil supplements or algal oil, an environmentally friendly, vegan option, can provide essential support. Although ideal dosages vary depending on individual circumstances, many studies suggest that around 1,000 milligrams daily may be beneficial. Sadly, the path towards healthier circulation and nerve function is not always straightforward, and often, these small changes may come too late to prevent the physical toll we observe in many lives, reminding us how fragile our health can be. For those who rarely indulge in fish, purified fish oil supplements or the vegan alternative, algal oil, can serve as quiet but effective substitutes. While the optimal dosage varies from person to person, many research studies suggest 2,000 to 2,000 mg of combined EPA and DHA daily to help combat inflammation and support heart health. Collagen, though unseen, forms the silent foundation beneath every strong step, every flexible bend of the knee, and each steady stride. It threads through tendons, cushions joints, and keeps ligaments resilient. It essentially holds your legs together just beneath the surface. Yet, as years go by, this vital structure gradually diminishes, creeping unnoticed until joints begin to ache, knees grow stiffer, and the spring in your gait seems to fade. The hope of rebuilding what has quietly worn away lingers, But aging challenges us with the slow loss of collagen, this most abundant protein in our bodies, responsible for the scaffolding of connective tissues, begins to decline after age 30, each year taking away a little more. By our later years, the impact manifests gradually: creaky knees, overstretched tendons, and a haunting sense that stability and bounce are slipping from our grasp. Unlike muscle, which can sometimes be visibly recovered, collagen loss is a silent retreat. Less obvious but no less detrimental. Collagen peptides offer a glimmer of hope. They are designed to help restore what time has quietly taken. Though aging whispers its toll, the possibility of regaining some of that lost strength remains, offering a fragile reassurance amid the inevitable decline. Unlike regular dietary collagen, hydrolyzed collagen peptides are broken down into short chains of amino acids that are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. Once there, they don't simply vanish. Instead, they journey to your joints and connective tissues, acting as messengers that encourage your body's own collagen production. Clinical studies show that those who take daily collagen peptides often experience less joint pain, increased flexibility, and a gradual improvement in bone mineral density. These small gains might seem insignificant, but for many, they symbolize a faint hope for stability, hope that knees might hold a little longer, ankles may be a bit more resilient, and the risk of injury, especially in older adults, could be slightly lowered. Yet, collagen's importance transcends mere strength. It's essential for movement itself. When collagen-rich tissues are maintained, your legs move with more ease, the knee can glide smoothly, the Achilles tendon flexes without inflammation, and the thick band of the plantar fascia stretches supportively beneath your feet. These tiny but vital aspects of mobility hinge on healthy collagen structures. Still, collagen doesn't work alone. It depends heavily on key partners such as vitamin C, which acts as a crucial switch for collagen synthesis. Without sufficient vitamin C, your body struggles to produce or repair collagen, regardless of how much you consume, leaving your tissues vulnerable. That's why many high-quality collagen supplements include added vitamin C or suggest pairing them with citrus fruits or peppers. Consistency and timing are equally important. Most of the benefits become apparent after daily intake for 8 to 12 weeks, a period that can feel like a long wait for faint signs of improvement amid ongoing decline. The hope remains fragile, a reminder of how delicate our connective tissues are and how essential it is to care for them before they break. Sources of collagen peptides are typically extracted from bovine, marine, or porcine origins, while all contain vital amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline essential for repairing connective tissue. Marine collagen is often lauded for its superior absorption, yet bovine collagen remains the most extensively studied for joint and bone health. Moving deeper into the darkness, we encounter creatine, a seemingly simple nutrient often dismissed as merely a bodybuilder's supplement. But beneath its unassuming exterior lurks a shadowy power, the potential to rekindle the dying embers of cellular energy that once fueled our strength. Creatine is a natural compound stored within muscle tissue, acting as a rapid energy reservoir. With each step taken, each quick shift in movement, especially when force is applied suddenly, muscles summon creatine to regenerate ATP, the elusive molecule that drives muscle contraction. It's like a hidden backup generator, quietly fueling our legs when vitality wanes. Yet, as the years carve their marks into our bodies, our natural creatine reserves diminish, and with them, our ability to summon rapid, decisive energy. The consequence is a creeping fatigue in the limbs, a slowing gait that whispers of vulnerability, and a subtle erosion of balance, a silent threat lurking beneath every step, ready to claim what remains. In this shadowed decline, the question persists: can we restore what's been lost before the darkness takes hold? The answer may lie in harnessing creatine's potent energy, a vital secret to defy the inexorable march of aging's cold grip. What is truly sobering is that creatine remains one of the most thoroughly studied supplements for counteracting the gradual loss of muscle with age. Even when paired with modest resistance training, it can help bolster lower body strength, muscle mass, and overall functionality in older adults. Yet, these improvements, while meaningful, often feel like too little, too late. Meta-analyses reveal that seniors taking creatine and engaging in regular exercise see modest gains in walking speed, chair rise times, and leg power compared to those who do not. Still, the effort may not fully offset the relentless decline. Even among those who are sedentary or frail, Creatine seems to offer a fragile preservation of muscle, providing a bare minimum of strength in the legs without intense effort. Its benefits extend beyond muscles, with emerging research hinting at potential support for bone density, likely due to the increased forces muscles exert on bones when strengthened, an important consideration given how vulnerable these bones are to fractures from falls. Stronger muscles can translate into stronger bones. Yet for many, this remains a distant hope. Creatine's effects can sometimes be felt within weeks, offering fleeting glimpses of improved energy, stability, and a sense of regained mobility, tests of resilience in a declining body. The typical form, creatine monohydrate, offers an affordable, well-researched option, with a daily dose of 3 to 5 grams being usually safe and effective for older adults, though consistency is the only real remedy in a landscape of gradual, often unnoticed deterioration. Despite the clear evidence, the fight against aging's inevitable toll feels like a silent struggle, with supplements like creatine offering a faint glimmer of hope amid the ongoing decline. The supplement can be dissolved in water or blended into a smoothie, ideally taken with a meal to improve absorption. But what about potential side effects? Creatine has been thoroughly researched, and when used at proper doses, it is generally regarded as very safe, even for older adults. Initial water retention might occur, but this usually subsides quickly. Importantly, worries about kidney health in healthy people have largely been dismissed by clinical studies. Turning to glucosamine, it isn't anything flashy, not a trendy superfood or high-performance supplement. Yet, for decades it has quietly been among the most studied nutrients for joint health, especially in the context of osteoarthritis. The gradual deterioration of cartilage that affects millions of aging individuals. What makes glucosamine significant is that it isn't merely a pain reliever. It's a fundamental building block, a crucial component of the molecules that make up cartilage, joint fluid, and connective tissue. Think of it as raw material essential for joint repair. As we grow older, the body's capacity to sustain and regenerate cartilage diminishes. This decline results in thinning joint surfaces, inflammation, stiffness, and pain, particularly in weight-bearing joints like the knees. The knees, in particular, bear the greatest burden. Glucosamine supports the body's natural production of cartilage and helps preserve the thick, slippery fluid that lubricates our joints. Sadly, with age comes a loss of resilience, leaving many struggling with the discomfort and limitations of deteriorating joint health. Glucosamine, a silent guardian within the shadows, supports the body's clandestine production of cartilage, while aiding in preserving the thick, viscous fluid that secretly lubricates and nourishes our joints from deep within. In long-term studies shrouded in darkness, meticulously analyzed in Cochrane meta-analyses, glucosamine, especially in its sulfate form, has demonstrated its subtle power to diminish joint pain and slow the relentless march of cartilage destruction, particularly in the knee. Though most research has focused on this primary target, the same grim principles haunt the smaller joints in the ankles and feet, where cartilage decay can be just as devastating, lurking beneath the surface. Perhaps most unsettling is glucosamine's overlooked capacity to stabilize what remains, an unseen force resisting the chaos of degeneration. Unlike fleeting remedies that merely mask the pain's dark whispers, it offers structural support, working silently over time to reinforce the fragile scaffolding within your joints. Users often report faint but ominous changes, fewer cracks in the darkness, smoother bends into the abyss, more fluid moves through the shadows, and a flicker of confidence as they confront the unknown terrain. When combined with chondroitin, another protector of the fragile, their combined strength offers modest yet persistent relief. Yet alone, glucosamine remains invaluable, especially when taken before the decay fully consumes the joint's core. It is a slow-burning resistance, not a quick escape from suffering, but for those cursed with aging limbs, patience and persistence are paramount. The question is, how should it be taken? The typical dosage is 1,500 mg of glucosamine sulfate daily, divided into smaller doses with meals, an offering of stability against the encroaching darkness. It may take 4 to 8 weeks of unwavering commitment before the true benefits emerge from the shadows, reminding us that persistence is the only shield. Endure the process, and beware the creeping degeneration. Glucosamine may just be the quiet sentinel that stands against the inevitable, waiting silently for the moment to strike back at the relentless darkness. While generally tolerated, individuals with shellfish allergies should remain cautious. as some supplements still derive from shellfish exoskeletons, reminding us of the persistent, often overlooked risks in seeking relief. Thankfully, many plant-based or synthetic alternatives now exist, offering some solace. Curcumin, a component long revered in traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Chinese herbalism, has recently garnered worldwide recognition for its surprisingly potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Yet, beyond the folklore, modern science has confirmed these benefits through hundreds of studies, many highlighting its potential in addressing chronic joint and muscle issues. It's especially poignant that curcumin shows hope in managing conditions like osteoarthritis, tendinitis, and inflammatory pain, ailments that commonly burden older adults' legs and lower limbs, a reminder of the wear and tear that time inflicts. How does it work? At the cellular level, curcumin disrupts the inflammatory process by blocking enzymes such as COX-2 and 5-LOX, along with signaling molecules like TNF-alpha and interleukins, those culprits behind swelling and pain. Unlike traditional NSAIDs, which often carry gastrointestinal risks or long-term side effects, curcumin offers a gentler alternative, especially when taken in optimized forms. Clinical trials have shown it to be as effective as ibuprofen in reducing joint pain and stiffness, yet with a far better safety profile, though the relief it offers never fully replaces the discomfort that persists in many lives. For aging legs, this could mean less swelling, diminished tension and overused tendons, and a flicker of hope for more comfortable movement. Yet, the reality remains that many continue to struggle with conditions like plantar fasciitis, where persistent inflammation causes heel pain day after day, a reminder of how difficult it is to find genuine relief. Sometimes, the solutions we seek are within reach, but hope can feel fragile in a world of ongoing pain and limitation. Curcumin's capacity to ease pain and support tissue healing offers a faint glimmer of hope in a world where aging muscles and nerves suffer relentless damage from free radicals, unstable molecules that steadily harm tissues over time. While it stands among the rare natural compounds that may address root causes rather than just symptoms, the journey is often marred by struggles. Bioavailability has long been a hurdle, as raw curcumin struggles to absorb into the bloodstream. Fortunately, recent advances like formulations with piperine, phytosomes, or nanocurcumin have begun to unlock its full potential, although the battle against physical decline remains ongoing. Even with these improvements, the stress on aging tissues persists, often unnoticed until pain or numbness disrupts life, a silent reminder of vulnerability. Regular doses of 500 to 1000 mg daily can slowly bring about modest improvements, yet the hope for complete restoration remains distant. It's not a cure-all, merely a small step towards fleeting comfort amidst the relentless march of time. Throughout this journey, we've examined 6 essential nutrients, each uniquely contributing, backed by science, to maintain leg health. Protein serves as the vital foundation for preserving and rebuilding muscle mass, offering a glimmer of hope against the strength that aging often takes away with quiet persistence. Omega-3 fatty acids combat the relentless inflammation that stiffens joints and hampers circulation, providing a small measure of relief so legs can move with less pain, even if just for a moment. Collagen peptides bolster tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, structures that give our legs their form and stability, improving mobility and joint comfort as years wear on with a quiet sense of loss. Creatine revives the muscle energy system, restoring strength and endurance with each step, a fragile reminder of independence that can fade with time. Glucosamine supports the ongoing repair and protection of joint cartilage, cushioning every movement and striving to preserve flexibility amid the inevitable passage of years. Curcumin offers gentle, natural relief from chronic inflammation and pain, providing a soft comfort to keep legs moving where possible, even as time leaves its mark. Their combined effects, this delicate synergy, aim to deliver lasting results. One nourishes muscle, another supports joint integrity. One reduces inflammation, another aids recovery. Yet, everyone's journey is different, and it's wise to consult a healthcare professional before beginning any new supplement regimen, particularly if there are existing health conditions or medications involved. Personalized guidance becomes important in ensuring these nutrients serve you safely and effectively. The path to healthier legs isn't solely paved with surgery, injections, or waiting for decline. It's a quiet endeavor, often overshadowed by loss and longing, yet one worth exploring with hope. No matter how faint it may seem, It all starts with nutrition, making smart choices gradually. You now possess the knowledge, armed with science, and, most importantly, the ability to act. So, fuel your legs with what they genuinely need, and let them propel you forward, stronger than ever before. If you found this video useful, please remember to click the like button. It truly helps us create more valuable content for you. Feel free to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, questions, or topics you'd like us to explore next. We enjoy hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss our latest health tips and